Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to do a little bit of playing with makeup as usual, but today I wanted to use some of my favorite products and things that are like tried and true that I absolutely adore, that I go for like time and time again. So we'll be playing with a few some older things, some newer things. I've got the Conspiracy palette here. We'll be playing with this one. I've got my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas, my Estee Lauder Double Wear. So we've got a few things here I'm going to be playing with. So if you're into that, just go ahead and stick around. We're going to jump into the video. Okay, so we're going to start with eyes per usual. So what I have for my base is my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre. So this is what I go for generally every day for my eyeshadow base. So we're gonna use this today. And I have in these new e.l.f. sponges. I have a little one here too for my concealer and for my eyeshadow base. So we're gonna try these out today. They feel like they absorb a lot of product. Like they're really flimsy feeling. There we go, not so bad. Okay, so now I'm gonna put on my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. I'm gonna go ahead and do this just because after I do my eyes, I jump right into the face and I always forget to do my primer. So if I don't do it now, I will forget. I am the world's worst. So I'm just gonna take a little pump of that and just smooth that over the skin. Man, do you guys watch Ozarks? Oh my gosh, season 3 came out like, I wanna say last week before. And we binged it in 2 days. It was so good, you guys, so good. If you're not on the Ozark train, jump on it. It is so amazing. Okay, so my favorite thing to do, since we are doing favorites, is to take a little bit of the Versali Skin Tune Blur and just take a little bit of that on top of the silk canvas. Just gives my foundation a little bit more longevity, I feel like. It might not do anything at all, to be honest, but I feel like it just mattifies everything a little bit more. And it smells really good too, so there's no downside. Except for the fact that I'm using two $50 products, but other than that, if you can forgive yourself that, then they're really good. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into the Conspiracy palette. So I'm thinking today, I wanna focus on these shades right here. Oh wait. This one right here is Not a Fact, and then this one right here is Sleep Paralysis. So I want to play with both of those today. I'm thinking I'll probably use Tanacon, this one up here, as my transition shade. Maybe add a little bit of Diet Root Beer. We'll see though. We'll see. Let's just jump into the palette and just start playing with some eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm grabbing my JS number 5 from Morphe. I'm gonna jump into the shade Tanacon, this one right here. Just dropping that right in the crease. So the stay-at-home order has been issued for another 30 days. How do you guys feel about that? Are you getting stir crazy yet? I know I am. But we can do this, you guys. We have to do this. It's important. We have to flatten that curve, you know what I mean? Okay, so now I'm just gonna take a little bit of this shade Not a Fact, this purple one right here. Slide a little bit of that on using my MAC 224 brush. I'm just gonna drop that right in the outer corner and right in the crease as well. Oh, by the way, I know I said watch Ozarks. Don't watch Ozark with your kids. Don't do that. Don't do that. Definitely a adult show, not very kid friendly, if you catch my drift. I mean, it's not like Game of Thrones or anything where they're like doing all kinds of crazy stuff, but I mean, every now and then somebody dies and it's a little crazy. So just throwing that out there. Just taking my Wet n Wild Pac-Man brush and just reinforcing the outer V that I created. This look is actually inspired by a friend. I don't know if she still watches my videos. I know she used to, but she did something on Facebook yesterday that was super cool, and I loved the way she edited it, and I asked her about it, or I commented that I liked the way she edited it, and she said she just used clips on her phone, and I was like, oh, that's neat. So I'm gonna try something like that at some point. So maybe if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you'll catch something like that along the way. I post more on Facebook than I do on Instagram, but I think that's because I don't really have that many followers on Instagram and everyone is on my Facebook, so I just kind of stick with that. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump into this shade Sleep Paralysis right here, just using a wet brush. This is just a basic shadow brush, and just swiping that over the rest of the lid. There we go. So that's nice and pretty, I feel like. I mean, I'm a sucker for purples anyways, we all know this, but this is kind of like a subtle purple, not so like pow in your face. And it matches my Beatles shirt too. See, I got the guys on my shirt. Had to show that off. Okay, so we're gonna set this down for now. Jump into the face. So for our foundation, we have the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I do not know if this is going to be too dark for me. I bought it during, like, I think it was last April or something like that. I don't know. I remember I was darker than I normally am though. So this might be a tad bit too dark, but we're not going anywhere today anyway, so let's just go ahead and try it on and see how it looks. So I'm gonna use that using my new little e.l.f. sponge. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. This looks like what a peep is made out of. You know what I mean? Like those little marshmallow peeps. That's what this reminds me of. So I'm just gonna take a pump on the back of my hand, if I can get it to come out. Oh wow, this sponge absorbs a lot of product. So not loving the sponge, it just sucked up all the product, if you can see that. Like, there's not really a whole lot on my face. I mean, there's a little bit, I guess, but I did a whole pump and I'm gonna have to get a little bit more. There, that's a little better. A little bit more coverage over here now. I just love the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It is such a good foundation. Like, it really sticks to your skin. It doesn't fade away throughout the day. I just know that I went to Estee Lauder and they were able to match me with what they had, and I never have a match for anything, so go Estee Lauder, and MAC too. Love that. Okay, now for favorite concealer, I have the NARS, what is it called? Soft Matte Concealer in the little pot. Not the radiant one in the tube. This one's the one in the little container, the little component, the round component, I mean. Geez, can I get my words correct? So I'm just gonna grab some of this on my little sponge. I'm just gonna bounce that under the eye. There we go. Just doing the same thing to the other side. Just taking what's left on the sponge and bouncing it down the nose, the bridge of the nose, a little bit on the forehead, and a little bit on the chin. So now we need some setting powder. My favorite setting powder that I have right now is probably the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, but I've only used it twice, so I can't attest to say that it's like my favorite, all-time favorite. Whereas I have used the Patrick Star powder from MAC quite a few times, and this one is definitely a favorite of mine. Like, this one sets everything right in place. It's not gonna move the rest of the day, and it leaves like this nice silky smooth touch to it. So we're gonna go ahead and set everything using this powder right here. Ugh, we still have to do brows. Jeez, why do I always forget that? Okay, so as far as refreshing mists go, I only have two. I know, sad. But I do really like the Fenty What It Do refreshing spray. This one just kind of melts the powder into your face. It's like a nice soft mist. It doesn't like squirt you right in the face. So I really appreciate this one so far. So we're just gonna go ahead and use this one today. Okay, now we're gonna step back into the Conspiracy palette. And we're gonna jump back into this shade right here, Tanacon. Just using the same brush we were before, the JS number 3, number 5, yes. And we're just going to buff that along the edges, kind of where we lost them, where we put the foundation on. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take a little precision brush, the Morphe M506, and I'm just gonna jump back into Not a Fact, the purple shade, and dust that along the lower lash line. There we go. What do we think about that? So now we need some inner corner highlight. So I'm just gonna use the same little brush and jump into this shade right here called Ranch. It's like an icy white shade. The shade Sleep Paralysis is absolutely beautiful on the eye. Like it looks kind of just silverish in the pan, but on the eye it's got like reflexive gold and like it almost like matches the purple on my eyes too, like reflexive purple. It's really interesting, really beautiful too. So we are done with the Conspiracy palette. We can put her away now. Okay, let's go ahead and do our brows. So for brows, I've really been loving the Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil. And I have it in the shade number 4. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one today. And then I have my Anastasia brow gel in the shade Clear. Just a clear brow gel to set everything in place. It's pretty good, but I don't know if it's, I think it's $16. So I don't know if it's $16 good. I've yet to try another one, but maybe during this boring isolation time, I'll have plenty of time to try another one. I've been doing a lot of online retail shopping, and I really shouldn't be because I actually lost my job due to all this. I had a little bit of money left over from my taxes, and honestly, retail shopping is the only thing that makes me still feel like a human being during all this. So just keep doing what makes you happy, people. Hopefully I'll be back at work when all this is over. They were set to reopen on the 2nd of April, but I don't see that happening now with the extended 30-day stay-at-home order. So we'll see when they do open. I wonder how they're going to recover. Not Sephora. Sephora will probably be fine, but JCPenney, because I work for Sephora inside JCPenney. So I just wonder how JCPenney's gonna take all this. Now just going to set the brows using the Anastasia brow gel. Okay, so this is also a tried and true favorite of mine. This is the Benefit Highbrow Glow. Let me take the cap off of it. You can't really see it, but this is the Benefit Highbrow Glow. This is something that I use literally every day after I do my brows. I just stick this right in under the arch of my brow and then just pat it out with my finger. And it just gives the brow a lifted effect without having to add any sparkly highlighter right there. This basically is my highlighter. Okay, so now we're gonna use our bronzer. So for bronzer, I have the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Shady Biz. This one I absolutely love. I think I've almost hit pan on it. Like I can see the little round part where the pan is. Oh, I can feel it actually. Oh wow. So I am gonna hit pan on this pretty soon. This one is absolutely amazing just because it's not too pigmented. So you can like really build it up to like a really, you can have like a soft look, or you can build it up to like a really high pigmented look. So it really just kind of depends on what you like. I personally prefer something kind of sculpted a little bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dig in here and go ahead and sculpt the cheeks. So now we're just gonna take a little bit down the nose. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention, the Estee Lauder Double Wear is not your friend if you have dry skin. Like I just found a dry patch on my nose and it just like, there's a spot where it just clung to that dry patch, and there's really nothing I can do about it at this point except for move on my day and hope that no one notices it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Oh wow, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I know I was close to hitting pan. See that little bit of pan right there? Moving on. So now for blush, we're going to use the Cover FX Monochromatic Shimmer Matte and Blush Duo. Shimmer Matte Blush. Shimmer and Matte Duo. That's what it's called. And I have it in the shade Mojave Mauve. I think that's how you say it. So this one has been one of my favorites. I actually just recently picked this up. I liked this since it came out and I didn't want to spend the $40 on it, but it recently went on sale and I had to pick it up when it went on sale. So it's been one of my favorites that I've been using lately. I actually want to order more of these in like all the colors just because I like this one so much, but they're all out of stock online. And we don't have any, or we didn't when we were open anyways at my Sephora. Just putting some on the end of the nose. I've never done that before, just to kind of see what it's gonna do. If it's gonna be cute on me or if it's gonna be ugly. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the shimmer side of the blush duo and just put that right on top. Oh, she is beautiful. I just think that is so gorgeous. Okay, now for highlight. One of my favorite highlighters, I have to admit, is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Highlighter in the shade Mean Money and Hustler Baby. As you can see, this is very heavily abused. I've almost hit pan in this one as well. This one is just absolutely disgusting with abuse. But I don't think this one's gonna match the look that I have today. So I'm gonna use a different highlight, even though this one is probably my favorite one. I'm going to use the ColourPop Flexitarian highlight, the Super Shock highlight. So even though the Fenty one is by far my favorite, I just don't feel that it matches the look today. So we're gonna use the Flexitarian. How do you guys feel about that? Are you okay with it? Okay, moving on. There we go. Got a little bit of highlight on there. Okay, so now we want to set everything. So I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Light Velvet Air Setting Spray. This one's a pretty good one just because it's a mattifier that doesn't leave the white dots all over your face. You do have to shake it, but I'm not mad about that. Okay, continuing on with the favorites theme. This is my all-time, by far, my favorite mascara. The Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. Just because it has these little teeth that really separate each lash individually. I don't know if you guys can get a good look at that, but it just separates each lash and really lifts and curls each one. So I really, really, really love this mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of that. Okay, so for lip products, I've really been enjoying the Urban Decay lipsticks. They're always like a tried and true for me. I really like the Fenty ones as well, the Mademoiselle lipsticks, the matte ones, the really skinny ones. Those are really good, and the Huda ones are really good too. But I just feel like the Urban Decay colors call to me a little bit more, like they're more up my kind of alley of makeup. So I have the shade Back Talk here, which is a comfort matte. So we're gonna be using that one today. Okay, so for lip gloss, most of the time I wear the Fenty lip gloss. That's the one that I really like. This one in Fenty Glow or the shade Hot Chocolate. They're both really amazing, but recently I bought the Ciate London, oh my gosh, it's like a hair stuck to my nose ring, I'm so sorry. I got the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil. And this is something that I've really been loving. Like I just gravitate towards this like almost every day. Every day I wear a liquid lipstick anyways, just because it really helps to hydrate my lips because my lips are so dry anyways, and wearing liquid lipstick is just like, eh. So I like to put a little bit of this on top. It's just absolutely amazing. Okay, so now we need some lashes. So for lashes, I've really been gravitating towards the Lily lashes. All of them, to be quite frank, they're all amazing. They're all beautiful and they're all long and luscious. But the Mykonos ones in particular, just because they're so fluffy and full of life, I just love them. They give my look such va-va-boom. So I'm totally here for the Mykonos lashes. Let me go ahead and pop these on and I'll be right back with you guys. And there we have it, folks. This is the finished look using all my favorite products that I own or have just been loving throughout this brand new year that we're having in the year 2020 that has been absolutely nuts. So what do you guys think? The lashes really give it that pow, you know what I mean? Like, just what it was missing. So I think out of everything, my favorite thing is probably the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. That one is just absolutely amazing. But right behind that one is probably the Conspiracy palette. That palette is just, it is very special to me. It holds a very special place in my heart, and I am so thankful that I got that in a mystery or a lucky bag from Beautylish. Can you believe that? That was in a lucky bag? Like, yes, girl, winning. So anyways, moving on. I hope that you guys really enjoyed the video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. And if you like my vibe and you want to see more of me, hit the subscribe button. I do videos every week, new content every week. So hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of me, and I'll be seeing a lot more of you very soon, all right? Stay safe out there, and remember to wash your hands. Peace out.